Lord have mercy. All right. So 14.3, multiplying polynomials by monomials. This is nothing more than distributing. Okay, so there's there's really one way of doing it, but mathematicians want to get fancy with it and name things. So you can either have a number, or you can have a letter, or you can have the combination of two. And then you have these set of parentheses. And then you can have a monomial, which is one term, a binomial, which is two terms. You can have a trinomial, which is three terms, or you could just have 50,000 different terms. Now, if I just did something real simple, x plus y minus c, that's real simple. All right. We take what's on the outside and we multiply to every single term on the inside. So I got one term, two term, three terms. How do I know what the terms are? They're separated by plus and minus signs. Yay! So this says 3x times what? X. Then put a plus. Uh-oh, disappeared. It's normal. Get used to the one. Nope. Plus 3x times y plus 3x times negative c. Okay, so now with that being said, let me grab my first student. Aiden, you're always first, so I'm gonna skip you and go to Alexander Roke. Rookie! What's going on, Roke? Rokuzi. Alexander. No, Alexander. Alexander. He decided not to answer the call because he's probably somewhere else getting some breakfast. All right, so here we go. Let's go with Carlos. Carlos. Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, Carlos, yours is always so low, but it is what it is. Let's make it happen. 3x times 3x is what?
3x. That will be 4x, I think.
So now, how do we do this? And this is the beautiful thing. We always take the constants first. So 3 times 1 is what?
Oh, 3.
3. When we multiply variables, they're the same variable. So what do we do with the powers?
We add them.
Add them. Good. So 1 plus 1 is what?
2.
2. So I get 3x what?
X2.
Good. So now plus 3. What is 3 being multiplied to?
Y.
Not y, but what?
1.
1. 3 times 1 is what?
3.
3. X times y, they're not the same, so I can't add the power, so I just put what?
X and Y.
X, Y. Great job. Now, I would put a plus, but I noticed something. This is 3 times what?
A negative 1.
Negative what?
1.
Negative 1. 3 times negative 1 is what?
That's negative 3.
Negative 3. So I get a negative 3, okay? And then I have x times c. So what do I get?
Then 3xc.
Xc is the same thing as saying cx, correct? I'm going to just put it in alphabetical order just so we have something consistent, correct? Okay, so that's pretty simple. All right, so let's go to the next one. Great job, Carlos, right there. Deandra. Hey, Deandra.
Mr. Harris.
Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. So that's regular distributing, correct?
I think so.
Yes. Take something on the outside, multiply it inside. So now what about this one? What if I have 2x plus 1 and I multiply that to x plus y? What is this called?
A formula of some sort.
Not a formula, but it's close. They just named it. Starts with an F, ends with an L.
Starts with an F and ends with an L.
Yes.
You're funny.
Oh, let's do some hangman.
Oh,
And-
foil.
Yay, foil, 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 foil. So what does foil stand for?
I have no idea.
All right, that's good. I'm gonna teach you right now. So
Bet.
I'm going to take the first term. Remember, these are two what? Binomials. So they
Okay.
named it foil when it only works for binomials. All right. So
Okay.
first, I take the first term and I multiply it to that first term in the second binomial, right? So
Yeah.
this is first. Then I'm going to go to the outer term. See, first outer, got it?
Okay. Okay.
Then I'm going to do the inner terms. Got that? Got that?
Yep.
Which then I have to go to the, what's L stand for?
Last.
Last.
Nice.
So first, outer, inner, last. Okay. And that means if you just look at the arrows, how many arrows do we have?
4.
4. So we're going to have 4 different equations, correct?
Oh, Lord.
Here we go. So we do 2x times what?
X.
Good. Add it to 2x times what?
Y.
There you go. That's all you have to do. So now we add what? 1 times what?
X.
Yay. Plus 1 times what?
Y.
There you go. So
Oh my
now,
God, I'm learning.
here we go. 2 times what? What's the number?
1.
1. So 2 times 1 is what?
2.
Yay. X times x is?
X squared.
Yes. Because when you multiply variables, y'all have to remember this. When you multiply variables, you add the what? Add the power.
Yeah.
Now, if I said x squared times x to the 4th, what would you say? X to the
Wait, repeat that again. My little brother came out of my room.
x squared times x to the 4th is
X
to
squared
the
times x to the 4th. And that x to the 8th power?
Mm,
Okay.
x to the what?
8th power, right?
6. You're not looking at the screen?
Oh, you're adding. I'm
We're
dumb.
adding. But if I do x times y, are they the same variable?
No.
So we just write what?
XY.
There you go. Beautiful. All right. So here we go. Plus 2 times what?
2 times y.
What number?
Oh, 1.
1. So 2 times 1 is what?
2.
Good. X times y.
XY.
Good. Plus 1 times x?
1x.
1x or just x.
Oh, yeah,
Plus
that's
1 times y is?
y.
Y. So we're good. Can we combine any like terms?
No.
Good job.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Order. There you go. You got x squared, you got xy, you got x plus y, and we are done. That's how you do FOIL.
Oh my God,
Then,
really?
That's it. That's all you have to do. So thank you, Deandra, for playing our game.
Yeah.
Here we go. So then I'm going to Henry. Henry,
Hello?
here we go. So now, Henry, I can take, let's say 3x plus 4, and now I can make something ridiculous. Let's say x squared, y squared, 3x, 4y minus 10. And now what am I going to do, Henry? I'm going to do 3x to what?
Plus 4.
Not to the 4,
Yeah.
but to every single term and the second set of parentheses, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What am I going to do with the 4?
You're gonna the outer. You gotta multiply
Multiply what?
the outer How you say it? Variable.
FOIL only works. Y'all have to remember this. FOIL only works with what? Binomials. With
Binomial.
binomials. When there's two terms. Okay. How many terms are in this first one?
2.
2. Good. So there's 2 terms here. How many terms are in the second one?
5.
Good. So this is just a polynomial, right?
Yeah.
Because it's multiple terms. Poly means multiple, right? So I have multiple terms. I have to take each term, so these 2 terms, and multiply it into 5 other terms, correct?
Yeah.
So how many equations or how many arrows do you have?
7.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
10.
9. There you go. So you're going to have 10 equations, okay? So here we go. You can do this, Henry. 3x times what?
X squared.
There you go. X squared. Add that to 3x times what?
Y squared.
Good. Plus 3x times what?
3x.
Good. Plus 3x times what?
4y.
Good. Plus 3x times
Negative.
what?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. See how easy that is?
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's easy. So here we go. Let's finish it. Now, instead of 3x, what number am I going to do?
X squared. Oh no. 3 and 4.
There you go. So I'm going to do 4. So 4 times what?
X squared.
X squared. Plus, what's the next one?
4
Mm-hmm.
times y squared.
Mm-hmm. Plus,
4x.
no,
Oh, just 4
4.
times 3x.
Good. Plus,
4
mm-hmm.
times 4y.
Good. Plus,
4 minus 10
4 minus 10.
times 10 minus 10. 4 times negative 10.
There you go. Notice that all I did the same exact thing. I just switched from 3x to 4, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so let's do them. 3x times x squared. 3 times what?
1.
And I get 3. X times x squared. I get what?
X times x squared. X squared. Nope. 3x. 3.
There you go. So 3x cubed plus 3 times what?
3 times 4.
No, what's the number?
Oh, 1.
So 3 times 1 is what?
3.
And x times y squared is?
X times y squared. Y.
So great.
Squared.
X times y squared. 3 times what?
3.
Which is?
1.
3 times 3 is?
Oh, 6.
Keep going.
9.
Good. X times x is?
X times x. 2. 2.
X squared, right?
Yeah.
3 times what?
9.
3 times 4. What's 3 times 4?
12.
And x times y?
X times y.
Good.
XY.
XY. 3 times what?
2 times negative 10.
Is?
Negative 30.
And there's an x there, correct?
Yeah.
Now we gotta do it. We still got more to go. We got 4s to do. Okay, and they just go right along with us. All right, so let me shrink this a little bit. I'm gonna speed us up. 4 times 1 is 4, so I get 4x squared. 4 times 1 is what? 4y squared. What's 4 times 3, Henry?
12.
So I get 12x. What's 4 times 4?
16.
Y. What's 4 times negative 10?
40. Negative 40.
There
Negative
you go.
40.
So you get that nice long deal. Is there really anything to combine? Yes. Here's an x squared. Here's an x squared. Y squared anywhere? Y squared anywhere? Y. X
4y.
squared. Boom. Here's an x squared. I mean an x. There we go. There's no other y squares, no y thirds. So the only thing I can add are those two. So the highest one is this 3x cubed. Then I have a squared here. I have a squared there. So I'm going to put plus 3xy squared. Then I'm going to do this one, plus 4y squared. Then I'm going to deal, I should have did the x's, but here's 9 and 4. So 9 and 4 is what? 13. So I get 13x squared. Then I have the x's. So negative 30 plus 12. So that's 18, correct? So negative 18x. Then I got this 12y. So plus 12xy. What's left? 16y minus 40. And that takes care of everything. Everything's combined like terms and everything's in order. Does that make sense, Henry?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's make this happen. Okay, let's go with Isaiah. Isaiah, my man, you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, so let's make this happen. Find the product. Product means what?
You're multiplying.
Multiplied. So 5 times what?
So we're doing 5 times 2 and 5 times 1.
Just 5 times 2. What's 5 times 2?
It's going to be 10.
Good. What's x times x to the 4th?
That's going to be x to the 5th power.
Good. And there's nothing left, so what do I do with the y?
You just bring it down.
Awesome job. You got one more to go. 11 and 2 is what?
That's going to be 22.
Good. What's a and a?
That's going to be a to the 2nd power.
Second? This has a 5th on it.
Oh, it's 5th on there, sorry. A to the 6th power.
Good. B to the what?
And b to the 6th power.
Good. Awesome job. You was quick and easy. I made it easy on you. That's a good job. Marcellus. Let's see if he moved on me. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are, Marcellus. Marcellus, can you hear me? Can you hear me right now? You ain't got a mic working, huh? Okay, cool. Let's go to Marie. Marie.
I'm here.
How you doing, butterfly?
I'm fine.
Oh, you act so enthused. Here we go. So we're going to do number 7. How many arrows do you see?
3.
So how many equations are we going to do?
3.
Good. So 6 times what?
6 times 2.
2?
Isn't that -2?
There you go. So 6 times -2 is what?
12.
Good. -12. Positive, negative is
-12.
negative. What is s cubed times s squared?
S cubed
Cubed.
or
means
S
3.
cubed?
Cubed, duh.
Okay.
And squared. So what do we get?
You said. Wait, repeat that.
S cubed
S cubed
times
Okay.
s squared.
times S squared.
Add the powers.
So
What did we
okay,
get?
add the power. So 5.
Good. 6 times 4?
To 6 times 4. Hold
Mhm.
on. I'm slow.
It's okay. I'm with you.
6 times 4 is 24.
Good. S cubed times S2. What power is right here, Marie?
2,
Not 2. If there's nothing there, what number's there?
1.
Awesome. So I got 3 and 1. What do I get?
3 and 1 is 4.
Good. 6 times -10. I get what?
6 times -10 is 60. -60.
Good. And what do I do with this S cubed? Cube the cube.
Put it on top of the 60.
Well, next to it. I get
Next to it.
you. Gotcha. Awesome job. Awesome job, Marie. So let's see what's going on in here. I got some people I think are asking questions. Let's see what's up. You can't hear me. Alexander, I'm not sure if my mic's working. Marcellus, didn't you hear me? No, I didn't, Alexander, but I'll come back to you. Let's see what's going on, Alexander. Alexander, right there. Can you hear me right now? Nope. Alexander, your mic is totally not working. Stop drinking water and spilling it on there. Nuvia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go, Nuvia. You got number 4. So -6 times -3 is what?
Negative 18.
A negative and a negative get you a what?
18, so it's just 18 positive.
Yes, 18. Good. C cubed and C squared, when multiplied together, gets me what?
6.
6. What are we supposed to do with those?
Oh, add?
Add.
So it would be 5.
Good. D to the 5th. D to what power is this D to?
1.
Good. So what do I get? Uh-oh.
5. So
Might have a crash
25.
coming. There was a crash. Told you. OneNote, our favorite
Now we're doing
OneNote.
so good.
It loves doing the little crash. It just wants to keep you on your toes. That's all that is. That's all that
Now we're
is.
doing so good.
Here we go. So we got C to the 5th and D to the what?
1.
This is a 1,
5.
but I got 5. So what do I do?
Oh, 6.
There you go. Uh-oh. We got another crash coming.
It doesn't want me to do math, see?
It's you, Nuvia. I'm glad you realize that. It's so you.
It's normal because I don't like math either, so it works.
Let it go through its little deal.
So hatred.
Poor Chola. Oh. Here we go. So, Nuvia, you did a great job. Thank you very much for participating.
So, can I finish it?
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
Okay, then dope.
Then you say C to the 5th, and you said D to the 6th. You finished.
Oh, nice.
Nice. You want to do another one?
And I just woke up. Now I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good.
All right. All right. So as you can see, we're having meltdowns and meltdowns and meltdowns. It's A-okay because I am going to go on to 15.3. We are going to factor. Let me get some of these problems down because it's going to crash, and I'll just go to the whiteboard and we will get these things done. So I got a 2, a 13, a 15, a 3, a 10, and an 8. We got 4, a 24, and 27. Let's get some hard ones. What's a hard one? because I got to make sure my boy Aiden's right. You know what I mean? Got to make sure he's right. Let's try a -12, -35, and a -18. Let's try any big ones. 11, 25, and 24. Oh, got some big ones, got some small ones. Let's make this happen. All right, I'm gonna get out of OneNote. Actually, let's keep going with OneNote until it crashes. All right, so I want to see who's here. We got Nubia, Marie, Marcellus, Jonathan, Isaiah, Henry, Deandra, Carlos Alexander. Aiden's not even here. What in the world is going on? Marie, where's your partner in crime?
Wait, am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Oh, I'll text him right now. Hold on.
This is ridiculous, Marie. The pupil should
Okay.
be off.
I just texted him.
All right,
He should be here soon.
good. Tell him to arrive. All right, so Marie, you're just going to stay on with me. All you have to do is be, nod in agreement or shake your head no if you don't agree. Good?
How? You can't even see me.
Exactly. Moving on. So now, when A was equal to 1,
Mm-hmm.
there you go. Good job. When A was equal to 1, we were able to do some things, right? To factor
Right.
a quadratic. We have x squared, let's say +9. So let's play +6x. Okay. With that being said, if A is equal to 1, which it is, A is equal to 1, B was equal to 6, C is equal to 9. We would first learn how to do what? We need to figure out how to factor. So we would multiply. All right. What will we multiply? We would multiply the absolute value of A times the absolute value of C. So 1 times 9. What's 1 times 9? 9.
9. Wait, yeah, 9.
Awesome. And then we did a list of factors, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So we put the little triangle there, and we always started with what number, Marie?
1.
Great
1
job.
and then 9.
So 1 times 9. Then 2. Does 2 go into 9 evenly?
No.
No. So we went to 3. 3 times what?
3.
3. So we know we're done because we already see a duplicate on the other side. I have listed all of my factors, and now I want to add or subtract, depending on what they are, and make them equal what? B. So I put an equal sign, equal sign. For me, I like putting B here so it reminds me B is equal to what? 6.
6.
Right there. Cool. Now we got to know what signs to put here. Since C is positive, B is positive, then I know both my factors have to be what?
Positive.
Positive. So I make this factor positive, this factor positive, this factor positive, this factor positive. And now we do our add or subtract. 1 plus 9 is?
10.
Great job. 3 plus 3 is?
6.
6. Which one is equal to B?
The 3 plus 3.
3 plus 3. So now I can make my binomials. This is my factored form. Factored form. Okay. So my factor form, what goes in for the first term every single time?
X.
X. So I put X. Now I fill in this 3 here and I fill in that 3 there. So I get X plus 3, X plus 3. And have you factored it completely?
Yes.
Yay. All right. So that's the original way. So now let's do it when A is greater than 1. A is greater than 1 is going to cause us to do an extra step. Okay? So let's take a look at this as a complete body of work. When A is equal to 1, I had x squared plus 6x plus 9. And then I was able to figure out what A, B, and C were. I did absolute value of A times C. I got 9. I got 1 and 9, 3 and 3. And then I knew that C was positive, B was positive. So I knew my factors had to be positive. So then I was able to write the factor form because 1 plus 9 is 10, 3 plus 3 is 6. So I picked 3 and 3. And I have x plus 3, x plus 3. Cool. So now let's do this. I'm going to keep it the same, but I am going to make let's switch it up. Let's make A 2. So I get 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. Oh no. A is greater than 1. Well, you start off doing the same thing. List A, B, and C. So A is equal to 2, B is equal to 13, C is equal to 15. Here's where I always check first. Can I pull out a GCF out of A, B, or C? And that answer would be no, because 2 is not going to go into 13 evenly or 15. Therefore, I know that I don't have a GCF. But always check. Always check, okay? So now, since A is equal to that and C is equal to that, we're still going to do the absolute value of A times the absolute value of C. Your boy is not here. Where is your boy? Because this is what he was asking about. So I get 2 times 15. 2 times 15 is what, Marie? Marie disappeared on me. Is Marie still here? Marie muted herself. You wouldn't. Marie.
I did not mute myself for
you
one.
Muted yourself. It's
I didn't
okay.
mute myself. You
I'm
muted
so-
me
I'm-
because I asked you a question and you didn't respond.
Oh, what is your question?
I forgot.
Okay. So A is greater than 1. Oh, look who's here.
Okay, now I don't have to do
Aiden.
it. Thank you.
Yay. No, you're staying on. You're staying on. Don't mute yourself. So where'd he go? There he is. Hey, Aiden. You and your best friend is together again. So here we go. A
Marie,
is greater
no,
than
that's why you wanted me to come back?
No, I
No,
want
he
you to
was
learn.
asking for you.
Yes.
I already did one.
Okay.
So now A is greater than 1. So A is equal to 2. B is equal to 13. C is equal to 15. Always check for a GCF. There isn't one because 2 doesn't go into 13 or 15. Done. So I do the same thing. Absolute value of A and C. 2 times 15 is 30. Now what do I do?
Wait, I kind of zoned out. What happened?
How can you zone out within 2 seconds? So
I
here we
mean-
go.
I do it all the time.
A, absolute value of A and C. So 2 times 15 is what?
2 times 15 is 30.
So
That's
now
right.
I do what?
And now you list the factors.
List your factors.
So
Do
1
not
and
sit there
30.
and skip the step. Yes, start with 1. So I get 1 and 30.
2 and 15.
2 and 15.
3 and 10.
3 and 10. Does 4 work?
5 and 6.
There you go. 5 and 6. And I know 6 is on the other side. So
Yep.
I am
Done.
done, done, done. Now, I want to be able to add or subtract, depending upon what it is, and make it equal to what?
13.
Good, which is B. So B, and I just write this like this so I can see what I'm doing. B is 13, but now I need to check. C is what? Positive. B is what?
Negative.
B is negative. B is
Oh, wait,
positive.
it's positive. I wasn't paying attention again.
All right, so here we go. So I know that both of my factors are going to be what?
X.
Positive,
Oh,
positive.
positive.
So I'm gonna put plus, 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 plus. 1 and 30 is
Yes.
what?
See, his internet.
2 and 15 is what?
B is 13.
I'm not worried about that.
13.
I'm adding my factors. I know you're going glitchy, but I'm adding my factors. 1 plus 30 is 31. 2
Oh.
plus 15 is 17. 3 plus 10 is what? 13. 5 and 6 is what?
11.
Which one works?
3 and 10.
3 and 10. Now,
Yes.
before, we would sit there and put them in binomials. But because A is bigger than 1, we need to rewrite the problem. So what was our original problem? It was 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. We are going to rewrite this section, this B. We're going to split it into this 3 and this 10. So rewrite it. 2x squared plus, use the 3x, plus, use the 10, plus 10x, plus
Okay, so
15. Notice 3 plus 10 is what? 13, correct?
Yeah.
So now this is where we do factoring by what? Grouping. You're going to group the first two, the second two, include the sign, and then make sure you add them together so you don't change anything. It is not multiplied together. You're adding them together. So now we do what? We find the GCF. I have 2 terms. 2 and 3. Is there any GCF of 2 and 3?
No.
No, not at all. All right, I want to make sure I'm gonna read them mute herself again.
She
I'm
didn't.
still here.
She's just not talking. For one, she's not talking.
Is there a GCF for the X's?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes. 1.
So here, yep, here's 2 and 3. There's no GCF. Nothing works. But if I have an x squared and an x to the first, I pick the smallest one because I know there's at least one of them in that x squared, correct?
Yeah.
My GCF is going to be x. Now, what do? This is how I write it. I write my GCF out front, and then I have my parentheses, and I'm going to divide it. So it looks exactly like this. I'm going to rewrite it so you can see it. So 2x, and that's squared, right? Yep, 2x squared plus 3x. Put it in parentheses. Then make your own set of parentheses. Put your GCF on the outside. What's my GCF? X. Now divide each term by your GCF. So 2 divided by 1 is just 2. What's x squared divided by x to the first power? X.
You
One more
just said
time.
a whole lot of X.
All it
X
is
is dead.
x, 2 minus 1. So I get x. 3 divided by 1 is what? 3.
1.
1.
I mean 3.
3.
Oh, see, this is why I can't listen to Aiden.
And then x divided by x is just 1, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So now I factored this first part. This first part factored is x times 2x plus 3. You have to do it again. So I have 10x plus 15. My numbers are 10 and 15. Is there a GCF for 10 and 15?
Yeah.
What number?
5.
5. I can pull a 5 out of 10 and the 15. There's only one x here. There's nothing here. So can I pull out an x?
No.
No, because there's not an x in both. So I know my GCF is 5. So here we go. Let's write it. I got 10x plus 15. Put it in what? Parentheses. Make an empty set of parentheses. Put your GCF out front, which is what? 5. And now what do I do with that 5?
You
Divide it
do
into
math
each
with it.
term. What's 10 divided by 5?
5.
Try 2.
2.
Bring down the x. Plus, what's 15 divided by 5?
3.
3. Now, look at this. Remember at the top, I said add them together, correct?
I don't remember you saying that, but yeah.
I'm literally marking where I put the plus sign right there. Right there. So I am going to take this one and add it to this one. If I'm adding those two together, what do you notice in both of them? What
Are
do
you talking to
notice?
me or Aiden?
Both.
I think Aiden left. So
No, I didn't.
What do you notice in both?
Hold on.
Literally look at it. I put it in parentheses.
Okay, what do I notice in both? That they both have 2x plus 3.
So your GCF for this term
It's 2x
and
plus 3.
this term is going to be what?
2x plus 3.
So now we do exactly what we just did before. Put them in parentheses. Make a blank set of parentheses. What goes outside?
5.
Your
5x.
GCF, correct?
Oh, yeah.
And then we divide by that GCF, yes?
Yes.
And I have to do it to each term, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So 2x plus 3 divided by 2x plus 3 is just 1. What's left?
5 and x.
The x. If 2x plus 3 divided by 2x plus 3, what's left?
5.
So your answer is what?
X plus 5.
Good. The whole thing is 2x plus 3 times x plus 5. So in this one, when a is greater than 1, what is the issue? You have to rewrite it, and then you have to use grouping to factor it. So we did grouping in 15.1. You have to remember that. So I started off with 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. That factored is 2x plus 3 times x plus 5. And let's prove that. 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. Remember, factoring is the opposite of distributing. So if I distribute, can I prove that these two are equal? Say yes.
I'm gonna say yeah.
There you go. So let's prove it. Here's our proof. We're going to take 2x plus 3, and we're going to multiply it to x plus 5. This is called FOIL, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2x times x plus 2x times 5 plus 3 times x plus 3 times 5. What's 2x times x? 2x squared.
2x times 2x is 4x squared?
No, it said 2x times x.
Oh, 2x squared.
2x squared. What's 2x times 5?
5x.
10x.
No, 10x. 10x. Sorry.
What's 3 times x?
3 times x is 3x.
And 3 times 5?
3 times 5 is 15.
So I can combine like terms. I get 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. Isn't that my original equation?
Mm-hmm.
I hear us.
You lagged out really bad.
You were lagging.
I know, I can hear it. Are we back to normal yet?
I don't know.
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you now.
I can
Alright.
hear you.
So here we go. 2x plus 3 times x plus 5. When I prove it, it gets me back to my original equation. So I know I factored it correctly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So now let's go fast. I like going fast. Aiden, you ready?
Nope.
All right. That's good. It's good not
Why
to be
didn't you
ready.
ask me? That's so messed
Because you're
up.
never ready.
No, Marie, you already did it. You did one.
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm on that.
So 4x squared plus 24x plus 27. All right, Aiden. I'm not going to say anything. Do it.
Oh crap.
Oh, he said stuff for me. Haha.
Marie, you can
Okay,
help.
so it's A. 4 is A, or A equals 4, B equals 24, C equals 27,
Good.
and then it's A times C.
Got it.
So then it's 4 times 27. What is 4 times 27?
Stop using calculators.
I'm dead.
It's 108.
It's what?
Aiden, turn your
108.
zoomer off.
All right, what do we do now?
That was my pencil tapping on the table. I don't know what you're talking
Okay.
about. And then I kind of forgot what to do. Oh yeah, you find the least common or the great. Is it greatest or least common?
Neither.
Multiples. Yeah, just factor list.
There you go. So what do we get?
1 and 108. I don't know the factors of this. 2. Oh, 54. Oh, hey, I just had that. 3 and yeah, I don't know any of these. And then I know that one. 4 and 27.
Keep going.
5. Is there 5?
5 doesn't work.
Does 6 work?
Yes.
Let me see.
Don't walk away and use the calculator.
I'm not walking away. You wouldn't know if I was using a calculator because I turned my sound off. But I'm not using it. 6 and 18. And then 7. Does 7 work? No. Oh,
8
would it?
doesn't work.
8 doesn't work. 9. Wait, would it be 9 and 12?
9 and 12.
Yes.
10
And then
doesn't work.
the 10 doesn't work. 11 doesn't work. So we're done.
All right, beautiful. So here we go. Now we got C is what?
Equals to, what is it? 24.
C is positive and B is what?
Equal to, wait, you said what?
But you got to check whether C is positive or B is positive. You got to know, are they positive or negative?
Then both are positives.
So therefore, both of the factors are going to be what?
The positive.
And which one would you choose?
What do you mean? To choose to put in there?
Which one is going to equal out to B?
It's gonna be 6 and 18.
Good, because that's equal to what?
24.
Good. Now what do I do?
You put x plus 6 times x plus 4. Oh, you rewrite it.
So go ahead and rewrite it.
Cameron.
Sprite in Spanish is duende.
And then it's gonna be 4x squared plus 6x plus 18x plus 27.
Great job. Now what do we do?
Put them in parentheses.
Don't forget the what?
The add, yeah, to add them.
Okay. Now what do I do?
Okay, now you find the greatest common multiple.
Greatest common
Oh.
factor, yes.
Yeah,
So I look at the numbers first.
yeah.
And what do you get?
2.
Good. Now look at the letters.
X.
Good. So you know your GCF is what?
2x.
So now what do you do?
You put 18x plus 27, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, you divide. You divide by 2x. Yeah.
And you get what?
You get 2x plus 3.
Great job. Now what do you do?
You do this. You find the greatest common factor for 18x plus 27.
Good. So I got 18x plus 27. So that gives me, what is the
3.
GCF of 18 and 27?
3.
Good. No. 3's too
No.
small.
There's a greater one.
Mm-hmm.
18, 3, 6. It's not 6. Is it 6?
Check not 27, because 27 doesn't have that many deals. That many factors.
27. What's the factor? 9.
9. Now there's X in this one, but there's no X in that one. So can I factor out?
X, no.
No. Okay. So now here we go. I have the 18x plus 27, put in parentheses, make your blank parentheses. What goes out front?
X,
X.
9.
9. Good. What do I do with that?
You put it outside the parentheses and then divide.
Good. So what's 18 divided by 9?
2.
So you get 2 what?
2x.
Uh-huh.
And then 3
Good.
plus 3.
So now I have 2x. 2x. I know it's lagging. Times 2x plus 3 plus 9 times x plus 3. Hey, here.
Wait, I forget how to do this part. You do you add them together?
You add them together, but that means, remember that terms are separated by what?
You said what?
Terms are always separated by what?
Oh, by a plus.
Plus or minus, right? So how many
Yeah,
terms
plus or
do
minus.
you have here?
Yeah. 2.
2. What do you see in each of them?
2x plus 3.
2x plus 3. So your greatest common factor for both of those terms is going to be what?
2x plus 3.
So what does that allow you to do?
Find the factors.
Yep. So you still put the parentheses just like you just did. You did it 2 times already. So now
Yeah.
what goes out in front?
2x plus 3.
2x plus 3. And what do I do with that?
You leave it outside.
Leave it outside, then do what?
I don't know. Oh, you divide it. You divide it.
Divide it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting it now.
All right. So notice 2x plus 3 divided by 2x plus 3 goes
Yeah,
to
they
1.
cancel out.
2 plus
So then then it's 2x plus 9.
2x plus 9. And you are done.
Yeah.
Because 2x plus 3 multiplied to 2x plus 9. Now, I write it like this so you visually can see it. So I know the parentheses are really, really wide, but notice that when this cancels, there's only one thing left. And you can easily bring that down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the factored form of, what did we start with?
The factor.
Isn't
Is
that what
it-
we started with?
What?
4x.
Oh yeah,
squared
4x plus 2. Yeah.
All right. So the factored form is here. And I'm working you towards something. In the later chapters, you'll understand why we have to know what the factored form is. Okay.
Okay.
So does that make sense on these? If you're able to do those, if you come back to these problems, these are essentially the same / a little bit easier, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just did this one.
I already did this section.
Okay.
Mhm.
So let me open this up. Who's over here chatting? 99999. Go ahead, Baker. He knew what it was. All right. So that is 15.3. When A is greater than 1, we did 14.3. That's just multiplying. Are there any questions on these sections?
No, ma'am.
No? Everybody's good?
For the most part.
We good.
All right. So make sure y'all are paying attention to what y'all supposed to be doing. I had to rewrite my lesson plans to make sure that y'all understood there's only 2 assignments being graded. Yeah, Alexander.
Oh,
It's going slow. Too many resources being used.
I hope you don't.
Oh,
Laptop, let's get rid of one. Too many resources.
The lag.
I hope you know I only
I
heard
didn't.
half of
Who
what you
was
said.
killing their dog?
For my ears.
Mia,
Okay, just give it a second.
we have been. It's your voice that's give.
You keep laughing a lot.
Nah, it's fine now. I got a OneNote eats up stuff, and then Zoom's eating it up, and then I'm recording it. So it's a lot going on.
Yeah, your
All right.
internet can't handle that.
So make sure y'all doing your homework on there. I've opened up all the assignments. It's due Friday. But yeah, I switched up the format real quick so y'all could easily see what is supposed to be done. I have now all the way up to 16.2 done. So
Damn.
yeah, I'm flying.
You're not flying. You're sitting down.
Well, depends on how you view it. But anyway, here's the agenda. So it gives you the dates. This is for the liberal arts. So
Fighting Aiden?
assignment 1 is right here. This is what's being graded. All right. And that's being graded as your classwork. These are your problems that you should try so you can get used to it. And then your assignment 2, these are the assignments being graded. Notice there's no quiz or test this week. All you have to do is finish the work. Make sure y'all reach out to some of the classmates. I still do not have even around 80% of the classes, class participation. So calling home is kind of tedious and a long process. So please reach out to your people and let them know that the website is up and working and that they have plenty of work to do. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
alrighty then.
Right.
Everybody's good?
Yep.
Let's see what's in here. What we got? Unmutiny. Who is killing their dog? What is graded? Shut up, dude. You're funny. Okay. Let's go to algebra 2. So, oops. So Aiden can see what is being graded. Is he even still here? This computer can't handle it. I'm gonna end up putting one on my big computer because this computer cannot handle what's going on. Slowest thing moving. All right.
So, Mr. Harris,
Talk to me.
there's no test or quiz this week. It's just homework.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So here's the algebra 2 one. So algebra 2, they have homework for the first assignment that they have to do. And naturally, there's problems that you should be doing just to help yourself out, pushing yourself. And then their assignment 2 are these down here, so they can get those done. And again, push yourself. 15.4, special note. You do not have to do it. You do not have to do it. I literally put a note in here. Will not be graded. Will not be graded. But 15.4 helps out with speed. If A is greater than 1 and they are perfect squares, you can blaze through a problem with ease. If it's not a perfect square, then you have to do what we just did. What we just did. So make sure that you are paying attention to that. Okay? Any questions? Anybody have any questions? What is being graded because you gave us way too much work? No, you tell me won't. What? So Aiden, 8 problems, 12 problems, 8 problems, no problems because you don't have to do them. Then 12 and 8. Really don't think that's that much work.
A lot.
Is it a lot?
It is a lot.
It's a lot
Yeah.
to do 8 problems in one day.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I have
That's the
so many
reason.
other classes to do.
That's the reason why y'all weren't doing homework during the year. I'm sorry to say, in order to pass math class, you need to be able to do more than 8 problems a day. You should be doing way more than 12 problems a day.
I'm a good student.
What does that
So
have to
am
do with
I.
it?
I try.
No, you don't.
Yes, I
Being
do.
a good student and actually doing work are totally 2 different things.
Exactly.
So the work is what's going to prove whether you're an academic student, okay?
I am not an
I said good student, not academic student.
Okay. And that's why I would agree with you. You're a great student.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm a nice kid.
That's a lie.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Now, we got to make sure that we're doing our work,
Okay,
okay?
don't start with
All right.
Bomb.
So now I do understand that on HMH it looks like a lot, but that's because I have to keep all of the assignments from the beginning of time open for those kids who are lagging behind. But you only have to do only like, well,
you hear nothing.
I'm guessing you said that we.
because it's lagging so hard,
Hold on.
I'm gonna cut it unless anybody else has any questions. You can write that in the chat. Anybody got any questions?
No.
All right,
We
y'all
do
have a
see you
great
in our
day.
next one where
Be good.
For the most part.
I'll try.
you didn't have a good morning, Mr. Harris. See you around, bro.
You too, sir.
Goodbye,
Humble
Mr.
beginnings.
Harris.
Bye.
Bye, Moonshine.
Hello, people. This is your teacher coming to you at 11 o'clock. It's time to get it in. How are y'all doing? Is everybody well? Is everybody well? Hopefully you are. I should unmute you, but I won't. That's a lie. I gotta hear your voice.
Hey, Moonshine. How you doing?
Everybody give me a round of applause. Baby, make that. Yeah. So here we go. What's
Mr.
up?
Harris,
Talk to me.
your head is shiny.
That's what I do. That's what I do. So now, here we go. We're going to jump right into it. We got 14.3. Another easy one, 15.3. Woo woo. Here we go. This is for the ones who really wanted to go. Don't have that many people here today. That's not a good thing because we're starting to get to the nitty gritty. And online learning is going to require some people to actually ask questions. So I'm gonna make sure that you are doing the work and that I'm not doing the work totally. Gotta make sure I actually have a stylus somewhere. What happened to my stylus? All right, hold on one second. I gotta go get a stylus, but I'm gonna bring you to my deal. So that's that. That's 15. All right, we want to get to 14. So that's 14 there.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
Yeah, you ain't got to like it, but hold on one
But,
second.
dude, I fail at that.
Here we
I'm
go.
not good at that.
All right, got my stylus. It was in my pocket. All right.
Good job.
Hello, Mr. Harris.
Who is this?
Aiden.
Aiden.
Oh Lord.
Don't worry, my mom's not here today. She can't
Take over your class.
take over your class.
Oh no, she was doing great. I'm worried that your mom's beating you in grades right now. You know, your mom got an A+ right now.
Okay, I'm leaving the Zoom.
Bye, Aiden.
Love you too,
Take
Aiden. So
care.
here we go. Let's make this happen. I'm gonna mute y'all, then we're gonna get into it
Oh my God.
and go from there.
Always mute me every
Deandra, you don't have to have a comment.
Hey,
for me.
where's the
I want to have a comment, Aiden.
Oh, wow.